Let's have the last one. The sum of the first 10 terms of an arithmetic sequence is 530. What is the first term if the last term is 80? And what is also the common difference? Alright, so we are given of the first 10 terms. Okay, so let's try to have it here. So a sub 1, okay, comma, second element, so second term, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and the 10th is 80. Okay, now we are to solve for the first term, this one, and the common difference. All right, now there are there are two things that you need to do here in order for you to solve for the first term and the common difference. But of course, you need to solve first for the common difference before you can solve for the first term. Okay, so let's do that. Let's try to have our solution here. So if we're going to use this as our last term or the 10th element, then we can solve for the a sub 1 using the formula a sub n times a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, and the 10th term is given, so this will give us 80 equals a sub 1 plus, and since there are 10 terms, so our n is 10 minus 1 times d. Okay, simplifying that will give us 80 equals a sub 1 plus 9d. And so rewriting this or expressing this in terms of a sub 1, so this will give us 80 minus 9d equals a sub 1. So this is our first equation. All right, the next one is we are given of the sum of these first 10 terms, and that is 530. Okay, and so we're going to make use of this given. Okay, so using the formula s sub n equals n over 2 times twice of the first term plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, now the sum is given, which is 530, and n is also given since it was expressed that there are 10 terms, so n is 10 over 2 rather, times twice of the first term, which we don't know, plus 10 minus 1 times the common difference, which is also unknown. Okay, so simplifying this will give us 530 equals 5 times twice of the first term plus 9d. And simplifying this will give us 530 equals 10 times a sub 1 plus 45d. Okay, and so expressing this in terms of a sub 1 again, so this will give us 530 minus 45d equals 10 times a sub 1. So dividing both sides by 10, divide here by 10. Okay, so we have here a sub 1 equals 530 minus 45d over 10. So let this be our second equation. All right, now notice that we can now equate equation 1 and equation 2. So to do that, let's have here solving for d, or for the common difference. Let's change the color. Okay, so we have 80 minus 90 equals 530 minus, okay, 45D divided by 10. Okay, now we can multiply both sides by 10. Okay, so multiply both sides by 10. Okay, so this will give us 10 times 80 minus 90, and here this will be cancelled out, so this will give us 530 minus 45D. Okay, 45D. So simplifying, this will give us 800 minus 90D equals 530 minus 45D. So combining like terms, then we have negative 90D plus 45D equals 530 minus 800. Alright, and so this will give us negative 45D. Alright, let's see, rewrite this. Okay, this is 45D. Okay, minus 45D equals negative 270. And so if we're going to divide both sides by negative 45, we have the result D equals 6. Alright, D is equal to 6. Now that we have the common difference, then we are now ready to solve for the first term. Okay, and so what will be our first term? So we can substitute D here to any of the equation here. So let's try to substitute D here to equation 1. So let's have it here. Substitute D equals 6 to equation 1. So this will give us 80 minus 90 equals a sub 1. So 80 minus 9 times 6 equals a sub 1. And 9 times 6 is 54. So 80 minus 54 equals a sub 1. And 80 minus 54 is 26. So our a sub 1 is 26. So the first term of the sequence is 26, and the common difference is 6.